Hey, so I had to show you what I've done to my canopy. Woody's looking pretty good. So, I'll show you my canopy. It took me about sun here. Took me about 2 minutes to put it up. I'm staying in the shade, so hopefully. What I took is I took 1/2-inch conduit and made the poles for the side. I took I hope I'm saying it right. I think 1/4 conduit. I'm not an electrician. Anyway, I believe it's 1/2 inch. And then I took another 1/4 conduit, put on the front. I took a 1/2 inch PVC tubing and put over the front. Slid it over. You see these? Sorry about the movement. I took the corners for the conduit to hold them together. I drilled a hole in the middle, put the little cap back on, and I took a, what are they called, a lag screw? I had 2 of these. I don't know, I guess keeping stuff. I had 2 of these that fit over these poles that I've seen on YouTube. Maybe the picture's better this way. Yeah, the picture's a little better this way. So I had 2 of these in my toolbox that just happened to fit over the poles. I cut the little broom handle connector off, and this just slid right over. I was just amazed. Took 2 little sheet metal screws to hold this, and just coincidentally this lag bolt fit right up through there, and I put a nut on the top so it sticks up. So I could cut it off. I may not. So I could put my rope, put it in the ground to make it more steady. It just worked out. Looks great. I had these from my window treatments I'm doing. I was going to put this around the corner, but I don't think I am. So I already had this that I'd order off Amazon to strap it. Once I get to a campground, I'll tie these up better. I took, sorry about all the movement. Let me see if it's better view on this side. These here are a gate, something to do with a gate connector. They swivel, but they come out to about here, about 3 inches. So I mounted these on my deck, so that way I can stick the pole on there. And I cut these a little longer than what the tarp is, of course. They swivel. It's kind of bright on that side. They swivel, so that way if I'm driving, I'm hitting any trees, whatever, it's not going to break off. It just moves. so the pole goes up there. Then I took these. I had these little these straps. I had to cut it down, but I took my heat gun and melted all the ends and the side. Put these little plastic clips so that way I can keep the lid closed. As you know, on tarps, it's got these little eyes. The little eyes on tarps. I took some screws with some washers and I bolted it down on the inside. So that way it's secure in there. I did drill a couple holes in the bottom of this because where it does open up, it's gonna get rain in there. Yeah. I mean, can't help that. I just didn't want to bother pulling it out the end, hooking it up, doing all that. When I get to the campground, I just want to roll it out. It'll roll out and almost hit the ground. Put the poles on it. Put the end poles over here on it. Set it up, tie it down, be done. I didn't want to hassle. Because you know when you're camping too, it's going to be raining. Sometimes when you go to wrap it up, I don't want to be 10 minutes trying to put this thing up. But just a couple ideas. I think this gate thing, if you got some way of connecting it, like I said, it was, I believe, a 1/2-inch conduit. It looks sturdy. I do have a little sag in the middle, so I'll probably have to, you know, take your hand when it starts raining, kind of drip it off. But I can also move the poles down. I can adjust the poles down so one corner's a little lower if it starts raining. But it turned out really cool. As y'all see, I got my deck on there. So my deck's on there. I'm getting ready to put the wheel spacers. I like that it's black. I painted it flat black. Just don't stick out like a sore thumb. I like it. Looks really good. It's an 8x10, so it's 10 wide and then 8 deep. But it looks pretty good. Like I said, 2 minutes, it was up. I am gonna have to, I was hoping that everything would fit, but I'm gonna have to put these poles in the van. The long poles fit up here in this. I was hoping it would all fit. I could probably get it to fit, but I don't want to put a lot of pressure on it. Let me see when I put it up. But that's my canopy. Hopefully you got some good ideas with this conduit. Works out great. Yeah, I mean, the conduit's steady. Yeah, I'll see how it does in the wind, but it looks good. So I'm gonna get back with it. Okay, I'm about done with my van. It's put a lot of time and effort in it. I wanted to show y'all my ladder that I ended up going with. I could have found a ladder to hook on the doors, but it was going to cost a lot more money, so I kept running things through my head and try to figure out something cheaper, more simple, and I found something, and it's actually more sturdy because it goes all the way to the ground. This here is my ladder. It's one of them ladders that you pop the little button and it pulls down. The way I mounted it is I did some brackets, put some bolts, put another bracket over here, L bracket. I had to cut it down. I think I could have come up with a different way of mounting it. It did bend a little bit because right here I put this top one down first and I put weight on the bottom, so it bent it, but it still works. It's steady. I'm not nervous getting up here on the deck. It straps down. I put a strap with a little clip, so that way I don't think it would have blown them over anyways, but more security. So I got it strapped down. But I think it was a good idea. Like I said, it was a lot cheaper. Here's the top of my deck. Got my panel. I got room to add more. Got a little slot for my exhaust fan. But it's more sturdy. It comes all the way to the ground. It's an 8-foot, I believe. So I got a little bit of room, so I need to pull it away from the van a little more. But it just folds up there. I have to get up on the bumper, throw it up there. It's a little aggravating, but once I did it a couple times and know what I'm doing now, flip it up, boom, done. Sit on the tire right there. I like it. Different. Definitely different too. It's out of view of the back window, so I don't have to look at a ladder in my rear view window. It's gonna be bad enough when I put the bicycles up there. They'll probably be all in the way, so just a little better. Now this won't work on a Sprinter van because they're a lot higher, but if you got a regular size van like me, you can make it work. You probably come up with a better way of connecting it, but this definitely works for me. And like I said, it's on the ground, so it's more sturdy. Trying to climb up, but I wanted to show y'all my ladder. I'm definitely about done with this van, so I'm getting ready to show y'all the inside. I just got to put a couple other little things in there. I'll show it to you. The reveal of Woody. Finally Woody is done. Done the last couple little things today. Now I'm packing it up to do the first camping trip, which starts Wednesday. I gotta get everything put in here, all the camping stuff. Finally finished. Been good times and bad times. Frustrations. Doing it by myself. Then a lot of times I wish I had 2 people to help me. But I got it done. So I'll go ahead and say that my regrets, I wish I got a bigger fan for the ceiling, and the flooring. The flooring, I wish I would have went with a different flooring, because just doing the build, it looks good. I just wish I would have went with a different flooring. Other than them 2 things, everything else I've done, I have no regrets. Everything went pretty smooth. Wiring, cabinet, everything went good. just some frustrating moments. But I get to go on my first trip. You look back through my videos, you see where I did different things, showing you here and there little different things. I really think I'm gonna love that awning. It's 10 by 8. Simple to put up. So I'll give you a tour of Woody, and then you gotta watch my next video. I'm hoping to put my camping trip, 7 days. We're going up to Black Rock Mountain, Georgia campground, and then we're going to another one, so it should be fun. Mechanically, I've changed the rear main seal, oil and oil pan filter, of course, transmission filter, transmission fluid, gasket. I did the speedometer sensor, but speedometer is not working, but on my GPS it works. I'll deal with that down the road. Put a new muffler. I put a new thermostat, new serpentine belt, new upper hose. So that's mechanically. So let me show you what I've done. It looks nice, and I hope this video comes out good. Matter of fact, I'll turn the light on so hopefully it shows better. So I'm just gonna go around. I got my TV, that switch. Okay, I don't know how to operate this phone. That switch is for the outside light. I got my TV. I made me a little entertainment / shelving. My back speakers. Back here is my batteries, power switch, solar panel, control, inverter. I did everything right. Red, goes to positive, and all the black goes to negative. My inverter there, if you notice, I was going to trim it, but I made a little door because I'm not sure how often I'll use it. But all you do is push that open, roll that back, and then you got access to the inverter. So I did that. Here's the upper table. Folds down. Give this little eating space or whatever you want it for. 2 drawers for clothes. Storage down there. I also made me a little cup holder for, whoever's riding. Cups there, phone, just storage. This is what I covered with. I'll let you do it. I'll give you a better picture when I step out. You'll get a better look. But I got a drawer down here so I can have access to the front to get under the seat. Sorry about the movement real fast. I got a deep drawer back here. It's probably gonna be pots, pans, stuff like that. Sorry about this. Then this one, I intentionally made it to put my Coleman stove, which I probably put it there for riding. I don't know if I'll leave it there. I may. I'll see how it goes. This here, my control panel. This here is the accent lights. Let me cut these off. I got my accent lights up here. 3 of them up here. I put one right here. Whoops, sorry. Then I put one down below. So that's my accent lights. So when it gets dark, it'll look good. Got the water pump here. Waterworks. That's just a spare. Then this is the upper lights up here, and I put a dimmer on it in case I want to dim the lights. There's the fan I'm talking about. I wish I would have went with what I hear everybody else saying, but it works. And I made me a cup holder. It didn't have a cup holder. And I made a little storage so I can put my phone, other stuff. That's my backup camera, and then that's GPS. When that comes down, then put my GPS up. I had some leftover material, so I made the window shade and the 2 back windows, and then these little side windows with that same material. I had to go black with these other 2 side windows. There's my sexy steering wheel. There's more storage. That's the back. I put a little cover so anything slid in there, you won't hit the wires for the control. That's a drawer. Just another drawer. Just another drawer for whatever I decide. Here's my little porta potty. It's on wheels. I can roll it out. I can put up to 6 rolls of toilet paper on the poles. And then right here is my cooler. This is what I was talking about. I didn't want to be outside and having to climb in all the time. It's on and working. I just turned it on. First time plugged up in the van. It's already at 41. I got a 12 volt behind here for that. And then I put another 12 volt. I built these little shelvings. I don't know what I'm going to put there, because I realized when you close the door, you sure can't have nothing tall in there. I got storage here. These fold down. Each door has one. Little chains won't hold a lot of weight, but it holds some. There's the material with the couch. When I make this into a bed, that back window back there, see, I had to cut that out. So when I pull this out to make it out to a bed, this one will come out first. That will lay down that way. And then this little piece will fit in that spot when it's made into a bed. I just got that little cushion. It's a little cup holder I seen on Amazon. I thought it might be cool. I'll see how much use I get out of it. I just hung my little curtain last night. Last minute thing to do. Got the pole up there. So if I'm just stopped for a couple of hours, I just pull the shade closed. There's my water. Yes, I did put gray water and water, just in case I'm not the one doing it, and plus I don't want to fill the wrong one. So I put gray water on the left, and then water on the right. That's my paper towel holder. That's the little lights. I'm closing these. So I'll give you a view from the back. I'll open the back doors. I put the rim caps on there. I put a 2-inch spacer in the back. It didn't come out as far as I thought it would, but it makes it even with the front. There's my deck. There's the ladder. Here's the rear of it. I put an access door here, so if I'm outside, I got access to under the seat. I washed and waxed it. I need to paint that little vent thing. The little vent, I haven't hooked the AC up to it, but I cut out to where hopefully the piping will go under where the porta potty is. I'll have to pull the porta potty. I need to paint that. That's the front. That's the fog lights I put on it. They were actually lights that I ordered for my boat, but they never got put on there because I don't take it out at night, so I decided to put it on here. So there it is. Now it's time to get started for my trip, but there's Woody. The 1994 Dodge B350 conversion. Woody. You see me? Come up and say hi. Follow me. Watch for my video of me camping on the first trip. I hope I can get it on there. There she is. She looks sweet. So I hope you enjoyed the build of Woody. I ended up having to make 2 videos because it was so long and I didn't want you to get bored watching the whole thing, so I made one video of the build and then watch the second video of the reveal of Woody. I hope you learned something. I hope you like it. I think it was pretty good. I also will have a video of my first trip in Woody. So watch that. There's some fun things, some neat things to tell you, a few places about some campgrounds. Cool, interesting stuff, funny stuff on there too. So I hope you enjoyed this. Watch all 3 videos. I hope you learned something. Watching YouTube has taught me stuff. Thank you. Thank you for putting your YouTube videos on there, because I have learned a lot of things from y'all putting videos. So I hope somebody learned something from me. Write me a comment, like, follow me. Like I said prior in my videos, I'm still wanting to hopefully get some bumpers, new bumpers, upgraded bumpers, lift it up a little bit. So we'll have to see what happens, what the next step is. So I hope you enjoy this. Thank you. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. We'll see you next time.